watching you. All your questions, we will use them, and we'll ask our very special guest that we have, because it isn't just me, because a Friday night in a pub with just me is a sad time. We have guests. We have England's best ever right back, Danny Mills. There he is, and alongside him, no caps for England, but a Leicester legend, Matt Elliott is here. How are you, chaps? Nice to see you. Are you well?
Very well, thank you. Looking forward to the new season.
Good to see you, Matt.
Alex, how are you doing?
How are you?
Right.
Would you like a drink?
I think I'll have a pint of Carlin, please.
That's good. Do you want a drink?
Yeah, it'd be rude not to. It's about that time. Pint of Carlin.
You want one or two?
One for now.
OK. Can we have three pints of Carlin? You can bring them in whenever you like. OK, when they come in, you know, we'll just take them. Right, it's the start of the Premier League season. Danny Mills, are you excited?
Yeah, it's been a long summer, hasn't it? I think, you know, everyone's been waiting for this. Lots of transfers been going on, but now it's back to what everybody wants. You know, that first month of the season, you know, it's exciting. Still transfers to happen, but let's get on with it.
Were you good at the start of the season?
Pre-season, Max, I was unbelievable until the balls came out. I was on those. Can we not just keep having pre-season? Just let me keep running. I was brilliant at running. Just put the balls away.
I mean, you must have been fit. Were you fit when the season started? Because I imagine you might have put timber on over. Thank you, it's very kind of you, Sarah. Thanks very much. Oh. Did you put timber on?
I'll get these.
Oh, that's very good of you. Thanks very much.
Good lad.
Over the summer, would they weigh you?
I imagine you're probably right there, Max. As it happens, yeah. I couldn't run or play, so I was struggling a little bit. But I remember one time in my early days, it was at Torquay United, of all places. It wasn't all glitz and glamour, you know.
I scored my first ever goal at Torquay.
Did you? We'll come on to that in a minute.
The goals of Danny Mills, that's a short TV show.
That was it. That was it.
I left the season 14 stone 5, came back 6 weeks later 15-9. Didn't get a game for 6 months.
That's a good effort.
Yeah, it was a good summer.
John Hartson tells a story about when he was at West Ham with Neil Ruddock. Frank Lampard Sr. would have to, every Monday, weigh them both naked. Which is a wonderful image, isn't it? If you're just about to have dinner.
Rather you than me.
So look, the first game, Arsenal v Leicester then. We're going to do lots on Arsenal today, but start with Leicester, because no one else anywhere will start with Leicester. Matt, what do Leicester fans want this season? You won the league, then you had the Champions League. Like you might as well just have a couple of years off, mate.
It's crazy though, isn't it? Yeah, you're going to say probably, what do you predict for Leicester? I mean, the year before that was the Great Escape. They looked, for all intents and purposes, they were going to get relegated. Got themselves out of it, won the league the next year, we say quarter-finals. Who knows what to expect? I think anything above mid-table, they've done really well. But they're one of those, they could go and put a squeeze on the top 6. I'm not saying go and win it again. But by the same token, they could be down there scrapping relegation, as they were last year.
Anyone here think Leicester could put a squeeze on the top 6? Total silence.
Hang on, it was the same. It was the same.
Hang on. Who put a bet on at 5,000 to win?
Correct.
That's a good point.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. That's what Leicester brings out, and they bring that sort of element of you know, not being sure. Really, I mean, everyone wants someone to challenge a little bit, don't they? I was going to say it's a bit predictable. At least you've got, by everyone's general consensus, you've got 6 teams in the mix at the moment. I mean, at least it could be more. Who knows?
Who are you giving the title to, Danny?
I mean, this is really, you know, having played for Leeds and Man City, I still think that Man United are going to nick it. I think signings have been great this season. You've got De Gea in goal, 2 centre-backs that are first class now.
Well, Lindelof looks like it hasn't got going yet.
Yeah, give him a month, he'll be fine. Okay. You've got Matic that allows Pogba to then go forward. Yeah. Lukaku's going to score goals. He still wants to bring in one more. Mourinho's second season always wins the title.
It's fit for the final
run. For the run-in. Remember when they brought Larson in? Yeah. You know, it could be one of those sort of players.
But don't you think, with them, that if you looked at that game against Real Madrid, and I know it's Real Madrid, and Real Madrid aren't in the Premier League.
No, I don't think that, Max, because I've just said they're going to win the league.
No, I know that, but look, basically, they scared Real Madrid, but only when they played dirty long ball to Marouane Fellaini.
Yeah, but so you can't outplay Real Madrid. You can't outplay Barcelona when they're at their best. You have to find a different way to win. You know, and sometimes without going a little bit long ball, Mourinho's about winning football matches. He does not care in the slightest how. It doesn't matter if it's pub football. He's not bothered. As long as you're winning, he'll take it all day long. As
a silky footballer, Matt, does that upset you, the way Mourinho...
It does frustrate me, because you think they can be even better. But you know, he's pragmatic, isn't he? He's professional, and gets results. Who are we to argue against him? But I'm still not sure that they've got the right blend there. I mean, I can't disagree with what Danny says. Through the middle, he's improved, hasn't he? The strong, powerful, and talented.
I think City will probably come second, or it'll be very, very close between the two.
City this year.
But I still don't. Their defence still concerns me a little bit.
Yeah, when you look at it, I mean, he's likely. Certainly early on, he's gone for the back three, hasn't he? With Stones, Otamendi, and company. I think they'll go for Van Dijk. I just think it's nailed on that they'll go for Van Dijk. No one's really speaking about it. It's all Liverpool, in that regarding that player and that situation. But I just think he would fit the bill superbly. And if they had him, sets the rest of the team off.
Looking at the game tonight, then. And Arsenal, and a fascinating season for Arsenal last year. And Wenger, would he be there? Would he go? Would he stay? Would he go? What's good for them this year?
Arsenal, they've got to get Champions League at least. Arsene Wenger's even mentioned he doesn't really. He's not really enthralled about being in the Europa League. Doesn't think it deserves a Champions League spot at the end of it if you win it. So I mean that's one thing he's been able to cling on to, hasn't it? Oh, we qualify for the Champions League. I'll keep you at that level of performance, but they haven't done, and I think they need to at least get back there. Going back and challenging for the title this year, long shot in my book, really.
When you went, okay, it was Highbury then, because there'll be some people watching on the app who are too young to remember you were footballers.
Quite a few. Me in particular.
If they're on an app, they probably are too young. Let's be honest.
What was it like going back to play Arsenal?
Horrible. That was the one team when the Leicester team of my era was half decent, top half Premier League football team. We felt we could compete against anyone. You have to say, other than Arsenal. I think the best we got was a 0-0 draw. We put 10 behind the ball and nicked a draw, and actually got a draw at home as well and beat them on penalties in the FA Cup. In league games, couldn't live with them. The likes of Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira.
How did you try and stop them?
Whatever we tried didn't work, I know that. I mean, back in your day, your Leeds days, Danny, you would have had a few tussles against it. They were too good for us.
We were quite lucky. I mean, when we played against them at Leeds, we were very aggressive. Yeah. I mean, we were typical dirty Leeds. Smith, Bowyer, Radaby, Ian Hart, myself.
And before the game, were they like, right, reduce us straight in?
We knew full well, but you could get away with it back then as well. We knew full well, and we had a really good record. We actually beat Arsenal, penultimate game of the season, and it was bittersweet for Leeds fans because we stayed up. We had a really bad season, but we beat Arsenal, I think 3-2. Harry Kewell and Viduka decided to turn up, second last game of the season. Before that, they'd gone missing, a bit like Hazard a couple of seasons ago. And they were brilliant. And we won the game 3-2, but United won the title. So Leeds fans were like, oh, great, we've stayed up, but Manchester United won the title.
Alexis Sanchez not playing because of his abdominals.
It's just one, isn't it?
Is it just one abdominal? I mean, I don't know.
You tweet one of them.
I had 6 once. It was a long time ago. I certainly only have one now. Do you buy that? Because he sent that Instagram picture with a sad face going, I'm ill. That's a sort of Instagram version of ringing up your boss going, I feel a bit ill, don't I? That's what that is. He's not in for this. Do we think he's injured, or do we think he's playing a game and he doesn't want to get injured before he gets a move?
There's a strange set of coincidences, aren't there? They're one after the other, isn't it? Being ill, the invisible injury almost. I mean, he'll have to go and get an MRI scan to actually determine if he has done it or not. It's just delaying the process, you think, seemingly. But again, it's all sort of under wraps a little bit, isn't it? There's no overt offers there on the table that everyone's aware of. So you never quite know, but I wish they'd sort it out one way or another soon.
Do you think the window should be done now, shouldn't it?
Oh, it should close. 1st of August should be closed. Why not close the window? 31st of July? Yeah, and have it done. Simple as that. I don't understand why you get this extra month.
I think it's, dare I say, we're on television, but television, it's extra interest, isn't it? It's there, it's extra value for the spectators.
Are you saying
listeners.
TV has ruined football, Matt Elliott?
I suggested something and you're bouncing it back at me, but no, not ruined at all, quite the opposite. But I think that's probably why the window's extended, because otherwise it does seem, off the back of it, a bit nonsensical.
Always makes me laugh when the window closes on a Sunday night and they extend it to the Monday, or there's a bank holiday for whatever reason.
But why do teams not just get it done in June? What is this? Why are we all waiting? Because you've played in teams. If a new man comes in, it takes time for them to gel.
Fergie was great at it. Would get his 3 signings in, done. Mourinho's been really good at it. Get your signings in, done. It makes a massive difference because you need a full pre-season, with your colleagues, don't you? you need to, especially if it's a new way of playing. Chelsea were fortunate maybe last year that they waited and then they changed tactics and then it worked. But City now are still coming with new players. Arsenal, are they going to sign? Tottenham haven't signed anyone yet, have they? Which will be delight for Arsenal fans, but it's going to struggle, I think.
In a word, where will Arsenal finish, Matt?
5th.
Danny?
7th.
7th?
Yes, all right, don't shout.
No, leave that. Look, we've got 20 of these shows this season.
There's Arsenal fans around.
Some of them will be on Friday Night Football, some will do in the week, just depending on when the games are. But each show, we're going to focus on one team. We're going to focus on Arsenal. We're going to get fans to make films about their club. We've got amateur filmmaker Ashley Defoe is part of our audience. Ashley, how are you?
Evening, very well, thank you.
Thanks very much for coming. Thanks everyone for coming, actually. They are getting 5 hours worth of free booze and I think dinner, so there's a reason. And we'll get them to ask questions at about 11:15 to see if they're still with us. Why did you want to make a film and what did you want to make a film about?
Well, the opportunity to kind of work with Sky was really amazing, to be honest with you.
Sky is great.
Sky is great.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to take away from all of this. Sky is great.
And Carlin.
And Carlin. Yes, Carlin.
Good.
Right here. So yeah, the opportunity to make a film with Sky was kind of one that you could never pass up, really. So that's kind of why I wanted to be involved.
We've got 5th and 7th as predictions for Arsenal this season. Where are you going?
Well, seeing as we've got no Champions League football, I reckon a title challenge is on the cards.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
It'll be this. So. It'll be November. This could be our year. March. Where did it all go wrong?
That Carlin is strong stuff.
You see the look he gave.
All right, so we're going to see the full film in the show later. We're on later, by the way, about 10:15 we're on. But this is the making of Ashley Defoe's film. Watch it now.
My name is Ashley Defoe. I'm a massive Arsenal fan and I'm going to be making a film about Arsenal Football Club. The film's really going to be about supporters and kind of the interaction that we had between the fans last season. Obviously there was a bit of animosity around Arsenal last season and how we kind of bridged that gap, and the film's going to focus on kind of talking to fans. We're going to have a bit of time with Ray Parlour as well. So yeah, just going to be talking about how Arsenal move forward really as a club together. And what we can hope for in the season to come. I think the fact that we're going to get to speak to Ray Parlour today is a massive bonus. He was growing up, although he's only maybe 10 and a bit years older than me. I was a big fan of his growing up. It was a real pleasure to speak to Ray. Asked him a few questions, he gave some really great feedback that I think is going to really fit into what we're putting together for the film. Yeah, it's just a real privilege to talk to him about the club and the fans and everything else that we're kind of putting together. So yeah, it's been a really positive experience. Ray's a legend, so who doesn't want to talk to Ray Parlour, to be honest with you? Just here at Finsbury Park Station, we're going to be shooting some fans and some fan reactions, getting them reciting the motto, talking with a few landlords around the area. So yeah, just getting involved with the fans really and getting their take on the season and stuff like that. So all for the film. Looking forward to day 2.
Welcome to Sky, Ash. What's the plan for today?
We've finished filming everything now, so we're just going to jump into an edit suite and hopefully pull the whole film together. So yeah, really excited to get started with the last few stages.
Hi Tom.
Ash.
Hi Ash, how you doing?
Hello mate.
You alright?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you mate. What brings you to Sky Sports?
I'm doing a fan film.
A fan film?
Yeah, so...
What team?
The Gooners, of course.
So like mate.
We're basically getting to a stage where you can go into the edit and tell the editor exactly what you want and know where all the clips are that you've filmed. How did the edit go?
Edit's gone really well. Shoot was really good. edit was really good. I hope everyone enjoys it.
When they said they put fan films in, I thought they'd be rubbish and make me look good, but actually that was dangerously good. Look, Ashley's got involved. If you want to get involved, you can on the Sky Sports Facebook app. Most people, lads, are saying to us, Mick, saying, are you not going to drink that lager? That's the main question that's coming in. Dylan says, drink up, boys. Brett says, there'll be warm pints all round soon. Drink up, lads. And Lee says, Arsenal are a sinking ship. Interesting that the film is about harmony and disharmony at Arsenal, you know. How important is it that they get that right this year? And it's mainly around the manager, isn't it?
It's absolutely massive. You've seen in the past, when a manager has been undecided about his future, Fergie at United, other managers as well. I mean, I think Gordon Strachan did it at one point. Southampton said he was going at the end of the season. It doesn't work. You know, Pellegrini, obviously at Man City. It does. You know, players lose a bit of interest. They lose a bit of focus. 5 or 10% focus, and they start to struggle. You've got to have stability, especially at the very, very top of the club.
Have you ever been at a club that's been disharmony? Or I'll rephrase that, have you ever played for Leeds United?
or what club haven't I been at? Yeah, I mean, it's not easy.
Danny was the cause of the disharmony.
Well, there is a link.
There is a link. Most clubs I've been at, there was a little bit of disharmony. Nothing to do with me, I don't think.
Was it ever to do with you?
At times.
Yeah.
I would stand up and have my opinion. You know, again, I went through 3 administrations at Leeds. You know, that was difficult times, difficult managers. But yeah, it's hard. You know, but what you need the players to come together. Even if you don't like the manager, even if you don't like the owner, the fans, whoever's against you. And we've seen that with Leicester, you know, a couple of seasons ago. If the players are together, it doesn't matter what else is going on. You need that core group of players. And yes, it's easy when you're winning, but ultimately that's what you need. The rest shouldn't really matter. But the manager and the players, if they're okay, forget about the rest of the club. It doesn't matter.
Have you found that, Matt? You know, when you were there, disharmony. I mean, Leicester were really known for their team spirit, but when it comes in, is it sort of bleeding really slowly and then you suddenly have a problem but no one wants to talk about it? You know, a bit like when, if your relationship's not going that well, you just put your head in the sand, don't you? And then suddenly you go, oh, we've got to talk about this. I mean, mine's going quite well at the moment. She's probably not watching, right, Jay?
It was. Yeah, I saw both sides of the coin in my time at Leicester, and Danny mentioned about the current Leicester team. But also last year, there was reportedly disharmony there within the squad. In relation to the manager, the same manager who just won the Premier League not long before. So it's amazing how it can work. Yeah, I've seen it. That was the big thing about Leicester City when I joined, and the main influence of that team spirit. It helps when you win games, of course, but was Martin O'Neill, the manager. That managerial situation changed. Peter Taylor came in, and there were lots of little different factors, but that was the crucial one, and that caused disharmony or a little bit of confusion amongst the players, and it doesn't take long just to lose that edge, as you say.
Players are very, very fickle. It doesn't take a lot for players to change their mind, and if you get it wrong with the senior players, they start to have influence on the rest of the squad and the younger players, and it can soon turn very, very poisonous.
Players always deny it, don't they? But they do. It's a big influence.
Until they retire, and then you can go.
Yeah, exactly. They come out.
So what do you make of, you know, there's been 2 situations this week, haven't there? There's been Danny Rose and there's been Philip Coutinho. Let's start with Danny Rose. If you'd been playing and that someone had done an interview like that, how would you have felt as a squad? Because by all accounts, they've all gone, cheers, Danny. Yeah. Thanks very much.
He's taken one for the team, hasn't he, effectively? Because they're all thinking it. Don't know how he's got away with doing the interview. You know, who allowed that to happen? Clearly no one from Spurs' media people were there. But he's right. You know, ultimately, you want parity amongst your peers. Harry Kane's on what, reportedly £100,000 a week, whatever. Top scorer in the Premier League for what, last 2-3 seasons. Yeah. It should be on double that when you look at what other players are earning, and that's all they want. You know, they're not. And Danny Rose has said exactly the same thing. The medals stuff is a smokescreen. He's not bothered about winning trophies. He wants to be paid what he thinks he deserves, isn't it?
Well, the money matters more at the end of
your
career when you're
have you ever done that?
Turning up my age.
Medals don't get you a mortgage.
I tell you where Rose has been quite clever about it. Actually, look at it. He hasn't said that much wrong. It was common sense. A lot of what he's actually saying. It was a little bit controversial in the manner of it, and also what doesn't sit well is the timing. You know, 2 days before the start of the season, everyone knows the situation at Tottenham within the camp. I don't think it's necessarily. Well, he probably is stirring it up a little bit, you know, for his own purposes.
I think his agent has been very, very clever.
Yeah.
He's contrived that interview to say all the right things without saying too much, and he's just gone, boom. There
I'm
you go.
actually
Let's see what
surprised he
happens.
got fined. I mean, what has he officially done wrong?
Surely
there?
he doesn't do it in the press. Surely he knocks. I don't know if you've ever knocked on the manager's door and say, "I want more money."
Yeah, they go, no, go away. Martin O'Neill was great. Martin O'Neill would just go, yeah, see ya.
Really?
Close the door, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
No chance.
different personnel and different era maybe, but yeah, it hasn't gone down well. But I think with the players,
Well, Coutinho,
I can believe that because they
Coutinho
made
earlier
a
in the
point
week
for it.
said, "Oh, I don't want to go. I will go if it's all amicable."
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's not amicable. It's sod that. I'm going to chuck in a transfer request. I want out of here, no matter what.
Well, 1 minute Liverpool supporters are thinking, aren't they? Oh, the statements come out, they're not settling whatever. But it's a different kettle of fish now. He's chucked a transfer request in, if that is the case.
We are on Facebook Live. If you've got any questions, just fire them to us. That's a nice shot you've got there, isn't it, Jules? Well done. Questions coming in here from Danny. Danny Wing says, watch West Ham. Bought well. Kevin says, Little P, top Premier League goal scorer. You heard it here first. What do you reckon? I mean, Chikorito's good signing, isn't it? Arnold's, which is interesting. Joe Hart, I don't know where.
I think West Ham have done some really good business.
Yeah.
I think as a team as a whole, I think some of the signings they've brought in are some of the best. You know, as a group, Joe Hart I think is a fabulous signing. He's got a point to prove.
Yeah.
You know, he's been away, he's been in Italy, and he wants to be England's number one going into the World Cup next year.
What do you reckon, West Ham?
On the face of it, Hernandez, a snip, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, people say guarantee goals. He needs a service. I'm still not sure about West Ham. I don't think they'll be tearing up any trees, but I think they'll do better than last
Arnautovic is
season.
a good signing as well. You know, he'll create chances.
Yeah.
Is he? But he's a 9 out of 10, 3 out of 10 kind of player, isn't he?
Yeah, but
You're like London.
Yeah, you can allow. You're allowed one of them if you're a good player.
Okay. This is from Danny. Says trust Spuds won't win nothing. Where do you see Spurs?
Nothing.
It's Facebook speak that, you know, just because you didn't know. Someone get the phone. Thanks very much.
Third or fourth.
Third or fourth for Spurs? Because they've got the Wembley issue, they've got this fullback issue, they've got.
Yeah, you're right. Fourth, Wembley fourth.
Yeah, Matt.
Can't
It's
see.
good that you stick to your opinions, Danny. I like that.
Yeah, I don't see them finishing any higher this year. Man City, Man U, Chelsea. They do end up fourth. They've done well.
Do you reckon? But Pochettino, a
Good
lot of
team
people,
that they are.
A lot of people saying, wouldn't it be refreshing if they won the league because everyone else is spending billions of pounds? And
We've
they're
had
not?
that when Leicester won it. We don't need to be refreshed anymore. That's been done. They've got a great 1 to 11.
Yeah.
But after that, they haven't bought anybody. You know, that's their.
Well, it's
they've
1
got-
to 9 now.
well, yeah.
They've lost, if Rose goes,
And it looks like they're going to lose
or-
Rose. They're weaker than they were last year, where everybody else is strengthened. And they've got Wembley, and they've got Champions League again to contend with. I think they might struggle.
Mike says penalty for Lacazette. I don't know if the game started and we didn't know that already. Ashworth says Lukaku top scorer come the end of the season.
I think he'll be up there. Jesus at City.
Yeah.
Aguero, depending on where he ends up, how much he plays.
If he gets the games, I mean,
There's no
Kane again. Why not?
Yeah.
He's the best all round centre forward. But Lukaku got his goals last year in an, I think, average Everton team. Really, when I saw them, you know, they fluctuated between half
For me, there's
decent
no
and middle of the
outstanding
road.
candidate that's going to definitely.
No.
You know, Harry Kane's right, will be up there, but can he do it for the fourth year running? It's very, very difficult.
Lukaku is, Merce was saying on the other show that I've done today, that he's a sort of flat track bully, Lukaku. But actually, that's where Manchester United struggled last year, wasn't it? But they get drawing at home against.
It's like Burnley, where
Yeah.
they had like 500 shots.
And Tom Heaton was ridiculous.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
but they're the sort of, you know, you just need to win games. Mourinho likes that figurehead centre forward, doesn't he? That big, strong, powerful player. He's gone for Lukaku. He still might bring somebody else in. They'll score goals. They've still got Rashford. They've still got Martial. You know, they've got Mkhitaryan still there as well. They've got decent players that can score goals from other positions.
You put a big bet on them to win the league, it sounds like, isn't it? Or you're on the board, aren't you?
Max, never bet on football.
Hey, look, we've got an audience here who are very nice, and they're sitting here, and we got them all to write down questions. I don't know if they've been vetted. I've not seen these questions. You've not seen these questions. We've asked them to be creative. Could be football, could be anything else. Sarah, bring them in. Here are the questions. All right.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
Question one.
There's a big spotlight on them.
This is from Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Says, Max, Are you getting married, and what is your missus' worst habit? Good question, open question. Well, we're engaged.
So that'll be a yes.
Yeah. But I want a big wedding.
Just gambling.
I want a big wedding, and she's not interested really. She doesn't know how to hang the towel up when she's dry. You know, like just there on the floor. Producer Trev says bin her off. No, look, it took me a long time to get her. I'll be honest. I'm punching.
Being suggestive to you.
Do you think so? Like draping it down.
Max, you're punching well above your weight. Just accept whatever she does.
This is Lisa says. I'll ask you to
wife,
Danny. Are you ticklish? If so, where?
She should know.
It's a different channel, isn't it? That's one of those channels where you sit on your remote for too long. You're like, I don't want to watch this. Freddie says, which Sky Sports pundit had the best career in your opinion? When you think about Tomo and Souness, and then you think about
best career
Thierry
or best
Henry.
player, two different things, I suppose. Gary Neville didn't do bad on the old trophy front, did he?
Yeah, he did all right, Gina. But you can't say the best player, best career. I suppose.
Terry Henry weren't too bad, was he?
Yeah, we'll go for Thierry.
But
I still think I'm missing him for some reason.
Souness has been fabulous.
What a player! What a player! A question from Jack. Here's an interesting one. It says, "Hi there, Max. What is inside Jamie Carragher's locker?" Jack, that's a brilliant question. As a chance would have it, here we are at number 67, Jamie Carragher. He left it unlocked. Let's be honest about this. Let's have a look. Ties, jacket, shirt, shoes, handkerchiefs. Thanks for your question. Back to you, Max. Thanks, Max. That worked, and we weren't sure it would. All right, look, we're in a pub. You may have noticed that. And over the season, we're going to build a wall. We're going to build a squad of the best players to go on a night out with. Matt Elliott, I'll start with you. So our first player we're going to put in our squad.
Teammate of mine.
Yeah.
We spoke about it before the programme. You suggested it might be me myself.
Yeah.
But
then we were thinking,
which has happened a few times.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm too many to mention, but it's got to be my old sparring partner, Jerry Taggart. Big, rough, tough, gruff Irishman. You'll have come across him down a few times.
Yeah.
But me and him have had a few soirees, shall we say, one way or another. Would you like me to?
Yeah, well, you know, within reason. But yeah, just a little.
Well, no, it's all about nights out, whatever. Probably the best night we had. We were all on holiday. There was a group of us out in Florida. Out there was myself, Jerry Taggart with his family, Ian Walker, the goalkeeper of Tottenham, Dennis Wise was out. They were all met up together, and we ended up at going to watch the Lennox Lewis-Mike Tyson fight in Memphis, Tennessee. So we all got together there and had a great night. Unbelievable. You ever been to Memphis?
Yeah.
Over there, unbelievable place, atmosphere. I'm 6'4". I'm about average height out there. Giants everywhere. All these characters walking around with yellow suits and pink fedora hats, and it was just amazing. But we were off and running all night. I'd left the kids on the Saturday morning, flew 40 minutes from Florida to Memphis, went there, basically didn't get any sleep till the flight, 9 o'clock the next morning, back to the kids. But my ex-wife was, all right, you've had your time, because I've had the kids, here you go, not a minute's sleep. The only way I could do it was jump in the swimming pool and just have 4 kids hanging off me all day. It was like every now and then I'd submerge myself, come out and breathe a bit of life into myself, just kids there. But part of the reason I didn't get any sleep was Mr. Taggart, trust me. If you can do, avoid it.
And that's why it's an ex-wife as well, I presume.
He's part of the reason for that as well, yeah.
All right, that is it for Carling Off the Bar pre-game show. I hope you enjoyed. Did you enjoy that? Yes, good. Some vague nodding. That's good enough for us on the first one. Join us at 10:15. Facebook Live or on the Sky Sports Premier League channel. Danny, Matt and myself will be here to react to all the fallout from Arsenal Leicester. You have to take notes on the games, okay chaps?
Sir.
Yeah, be creative, please. We'll see you at 10:15. Enjoy the game.
Sky Sports. Feel it all.